Have you ever caught yourself thinking or saying, okay, let's face reality here. This isn't gonna happen because whatever reason. I have to be realistic here. I cannot get that job because da 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 da, whatever reason. We have all been taught that being realistic, facing reality, is the most sensible way of living. And in this video, I want to show you that actually, because we live in a magnetic universe, being realistic just attracts more of that realistic situation that you don't want. And how, by shifting just a tiny bit, you can actually change your whole perspective. Hi, I'm Rianne, and I am back with a whole new episode this week. And before I get into this episode, I really want to thank you. So last week I launched my YouTube channel, and the outpour of messages has just been so good, so amazing, so lovely. I've talked to some of you who mentioned that you have, picked up this journaling thing and you already feel shifts just a week or 2 weeks in. And that makes me the happiest person. So thank you for your sweet messages, your love. I feel it. It makes me feel even more excited to stay on this path. So thank you. Now, today's episode is about facing reality, because we all have been taught that is the most sensible way to be. We have to be realistic. You cannot become president, or you cannot whatever. You have to be realistic. Your situation is the way it is, and that's it. That's a really fixed way of looking at things. What if Martin Luther King, on the night that he wrote his famous I Have a Dream speech, had said to himself, well, let's be realistic here. I have to face reality. There's no way on earth colored people will ever attend the same schools as Caucasian people. What if he told himself that? What if Greta Thunberg, I'm sorry I don't know the name, what if she said, well, let's face reality. There's no way on earth I can never have impact on politicians making better climate change choices. And she would have said, no, I just go to school on Friday. She wouldn't have sat there outside of the parliament. We wouldn't have a movement of millions of people, youth, fighting for their right for a clean earth. If the big people had thought, let's face reality, we wouldn't have seen big changes. And this is not different for your life. Now, I don't invite you, well, you want to, but you don't have to be a big change maker like Martin Luther King or Gandhi or whomever. But the same theory is true for your life. If you choose to be realistic, to face reality, it just expands. Now, how does this work? Because we live in a magnetic universe. What does that mean? Now, maybe you've been taught this in science class long time ago, but Einstein figured out that everything is energy, and it's magnetic energy. If you put us on a microscope and you dig down deep enough, we're all made of these neurons and protons, and I'm not a scientist, but these tiny little particles that move, and they attract positive and negatives. Remember how we say we have high vibes, low vibes? That's energy. Because energy operates on a frequency. It vibrates on a frequency. That's why when you walk into any hospital, into the neuro department, you see all these machines and they all have these beep, 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 They have waves. That's vibration. And what they discovered is that vibration attracts more of the same vibration. That's the magnetic part of it. And vibrations, how do you create vibrations? Because you vibrate on a frequency every single moment of every single day. What determines that is your thoughts and your feelings. Your feelings are either good, high vibe, low, or bad feelings, low vibe. And focusing on whatever makes you unhappy creates low vibe feelings, so you attract more of what makes you unhappy. So if you tell yourself to be realistic, to face reality, And 9 out of 10 times, that is a situation which is currently the way it is. You want to make a change, but you're facing reality. You're saying, my current situation is the way it is, and changes, it can't be done for whatever reason. You just attract more of that current reality. Does that make sense? Let me give you a very brief example of a friend of mine, how this works for her. A friend of mine, she is an amazing businesswoman. She created a beautiful, beautiful business for herself in an industry that is very up and down, up and down. It's running or, like slowing down, running, slowing down, very like all over the place. She travels a lot and she loves it. She absolutely loves what she does. However, there was this deep yearning desire inside of her that craved for a whole different thing, and that was to be a full-time foster mom. She loved helping these kids out. She loved it. She doesn't have kids of her own. She would love to be a full-time foster mom. But, she had to face reality. Her business would never allow it. It's like weekends sometimes, weekdays, traveling, intercontinental even. So it just wouldn't be possible. What if she had told herself, I just got to face reality. This is just, it can be done. It's not possible. And then every time that yearning, that desire was there, it doesn't go away. That thing that you want, it doesn't go away until she made the shift. She made the shift inside of her that said, okay, instead of facing reality, how about facing possibility? What is possible? What can be done? How would my reality look like? How do I want it to look like? What's possible for me? If I were to be a full-time foster mom, what kind of work situation would allow me to be able to do that? And slowly, step by step, she's now transitioning and creating a business that she can do within school hours. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. She's not there yet, but she's on the path. Because she shifted her perspective from facing reality to facing what is possible. And this is true for any situation, any situation that you want. If you have been yearning for that big promotion, but you have to face reality because you're not qualified for it, you don't have the right degree, what do you want your reality to look like? What's possible for you? And then all of a sudden things open up. If you hate your job, you just don't like your job, but you feel scared that if you make a change, that whole Jenga puzzle that is your family life and everything will fall apart, think about, what would I want my ideal job to look like? Within my family life, it has to fit. What would it look like? What's possible here? If you have been wanting to get back into shape, but you're busy scheduled, you're too tired, or you just don't have the time. What do you want your life to look like? How do you want to look and feel? And what's possible? You don't have to go to the gym every single day for an hour. What's possible? So, facing reality is shutting you down. It's killing your dreams. It's killing the possibilities for you. And actually facing reality, as we just learned, in a magnetic universe, it just expands more of that reality. So you're digging a hole for yourself deeper and deeper and deeper because you're attracting more of those low vibes. And that's not what you want. So, as usual, I have a whole nother new set of journaling questions to dig deeper into, to shift your perspective, your mindset from facing reality to facing possibility. And then all of a sudden you will feel that your whole thinking and emotions starts to expand. Like, oh my gosh, maybe it's possible. How is it possible? What are tiny steps? Change doesn't happen overnight. Gandhi didn't create independence from the United Kingdom overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. We are not in an instant. I know we live in an instant society, instant gratification society, but this is, doing the work. But it starts by you changing your perspective from ditching facing reality. It's not the most sensible way. The most sensible way is where you feel great sensations. It makes sense. It allows you to feel great joyous, expansive. That's sensible. So, another set of journaling prompts, they are, if you're watching this on YouTube, they are in the description box down below. If you're, they're also on LinkedIn and on Facebook. So wherever you pick them up, have a go at it, enjoy it, journal about what you want, how the life you want to create, the job you want to create, anything, give it a go. I love your feedback. You know, that what keeps me going. Also, if you have a specific thing that you want me to do a video on, or do you have a question or whatever, let me know. I'm all up for it. I want to help you train your subconscious mind muscle. Train that perspective, that mindset. Make those shifts so you slowly step into that person that feels totally worthy, that has the courage to be, do, and have anything that you want. Have a great day. I love you, and I'll see you next week.